you looked at your criminal history? Have you looked at your criminal history?
Actually, just I looked at it.
I mean, you lived it, I suppose.
I just looked at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah. The
Yo.
road. The
Yo.
road. You left it, I suppose. So nonchalant. So nonchalant. Like, hey, oh yeah, by the way, I know. You left it. Sorry, my bad. My bad. My bad. A Nevada judge was attacked during a sentencing. It was in Las Vegas, where a lot of crazy things happen. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, or he's gonna stay in Vegas for a while now. Basically, what happened was the judge was was about to deny the guy his bill. Judge Mary Kay Holtus from Clark County District was mid-sentencing when the convicted criminal, in this case, launched towards the judge. But before I think it's not the right judge, by the way. But anyway, before we go talk about it, because we're not gonna show the video, Audrey. We're not gonna show the video in case we get age restricted, and a lot of people won't see the video, the whole show. It would be a shame. But we will basically dive a bit deeper into the part that probably made the dude snap. Because, I mean, the guy is not 100% there, to be honest. If you look at the whole spectrum, who is crazy enough to jump over a bench and try to hug your favorite judge? You have to be a bit off, to be honest. Would you say?
I said yeah. I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I just agree. I just
I'm
agree.
asking your
Oh.
view as a professional who's in this field, who's seen a couple of benches, and how high is it probably? Is this guy a professional Troy Palamalu? Did he miss his calling? Could he been a Hall of Fame football player?
Yeah. I think yeah, it's it doesn't matter how high it is. The way he jumped,
It makes a difference.
it's like he trained. You know, like when you train when you're doing track and field, you have all those athletics categories. It's like he's been trained to do that. So he's either a diver whatever he is, a gymnast. I don't know what, but he flew, and dare I say, gracefully over the bench
Without touching it. It's not
without
like no belly touch, nothing. It was Superman. Well, super. Well, we're gonna talk. We talked about a guy in the X Game Plan show. Go check that out. Super Kniggle. Anyway, yeah. So let's take a look at what happened before, because I think that's a very important part of why the guy snapped. I'm not saying it's a good thing what that he did, because I mean he needs to get punished. You cannot act like this in court. You have to have some level of, how do you say that, obedience? Is that the best way to put it towards the judge?
no, not obedience, but just
Respect.
respect.
Okay. It's not your parents, even though some people need parental guidance. They never had it. That's why they're in court.
You
But
know, you know why it's not obedience. How can you ask a female suspect or tell a female suspect to obey a male judge?
well, I'll tell you how. It starts with a P and ends with an I. Key.
Starts
Oh,
with a-
maybe key. patriarchy. No, I'm just kidding. Let's continue. Let's take a look at what happened before that, because it's crazy if you think about it. The judge was basically asking him to explain why. She should give him bail and fair use. This is what she said.
Before I pronounce sentence.
Let me.
Mr. Redden, is there anything you want to say on your
Can you hear it? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
own behalf before I pronounce sentence?
So basically, I would like to tell the courts, everyone here, like, based on my criminal history, like, I feel that, like, I shouldn't be, like, sent to prison for a second time.
Have you looked at your criminal history? Have you looked at your criminal history?
The roasting starts right about here. She thinks she's Cat Williams. I'm gonna talk about Cat Williams later on, so stick around. She asked him, "Why should I grant you bail?" By the way, this guy is called Deobra Delone. I thought I was right. It was the right name. I just read it incorrect in the intro. But what a name, by the way, for a guy. That's a way to get you crazy. But basically, she asked him, "Explain yourself." And he's trying to explain himself based on my past. "Judge, I'm sorry
for everything that I've done."
But she doesn't even give him five words in. She's already roasting him. If you see your criminal past, let's see what she says after that, because it's getting even more crazy. Oh. Let me go back. Amen. Let me go back. So she decides to basically ask him, "Is this the way you want to continue?" Let's take a look real quick.
Mr. Redden, is there anything you want to
Fair
say on your own
use.
behalf before I pronounce sentence?
So basically, I would like to tell the courts, everyone here, like, based on my criminal history, like, I feel that, like, I shouldn't be, like, sent to prison for a second time.
Have you looked at your criminal history? Have you looked at your criminal history?
I actually just, I looked at it.
I mean, you lived it, I
I
suppose.
just looked at it,
Yeah.
Yo.
The
Yo.
road. You lived it, I suppose. So nonchalant. So nonchalant. Like, hey, oh yeah, by the way, I know. You lived it. Sorry, my bad.
Yo.
My bad. That's already, she's roasting him. You're about to sentence the guy, and she's roasting him. Why do you give him the floor? Not
It's
saying what he did. Again, not saying what is. Some people they snap easily. RJ.
yeah, I'm gonna give the final thoughts at the end, but you need to, as a judge, you need to remember that everyone you're dealing with is a person. Everyone's a person in there. So the judge's a person, the bailiff's a person, the bailer is a person, the public, the defendant, the lawyers, they can be there with, they have various titles, various roles, but at the end of the day, they're all people. And no matter, it can be, because we don't know what happened throughout the whole trial. It can be that this isn't the first time she's hearing this story, these excuses. So it can be that the judge at this point, at this moment, was like, "I'm fed up. I'm going to roast you." Little did she know that he was also fed up.
This is crazy. Let's continue. Fair use.
3 felonies, a gross, 9 misdemeanors, multiple DVs. Got a lot going on, sir.
Yeah, I just figure like,
Battery on a protected person, robberies.
Stop.
When RJ yells stop, he's got a great point about. He's going to drop some gems here. Listen up.
Why? So the judge is reading the criminal record because he said, if you look at my criminal record,
Hmm.
if you're going to, this is law 101. If you're, or this litigation 101, if you're going to have an argument in court, you have to base it on a solid evidence. You can't say, look at my criminal record.
So basically, you're saying he also invited the roast.
Of course, if you look at my criminal record and just when you start playing, I just start a little bit, just move it back a bit. So you hear the list, because the way he said it, you would think that it's one. Maybe maybe petty theft or jaywalking or something. But okay, I don't know if you can get a criminal record for jaywalking, but you can't. But anyway, you get what I'm saying.